So let's just start off right at the bat. Game one, Raiders versus Colts. That game, honestly, it sent a message to a lot of people, and it wasn't all negative, man. It actually showed we can fucking compete. We came out swinging in that game. We were in it through the whole fucking game, and honestly, we would have won it too if it weren't for that goddamn run at the end. Um, Pryor looked legit when he first came out. A lot of people were surprised by him, and he looked like he was a fucking monster. And you know, he looked a lot better throwing the ball than he did, the year before that. So, that was something good. But we all know it ain't always about how you start; it's how you finish. So that brings me to game two. Fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. That was embarrassing. Honestly, we ran the ball more than we threw it, and Pryor kind of looked like he was game managing the shit out of that game. He didn't want to make another interception, and I don't blame him. He that last interception in the against the Colts cost us the game. Um, but you know, we won that game. So that's all I'm looking at, man. We won that fucking game. It was ugly as shit. It was fucking the ugliest fucking win you could think of, but we won that game. So I'm happy about that. Jaguars actually came out thinking it was gonna be a walk in the park too, man. At least that was my take on it. And then came the Broncos game. This one, we didn't stand a fucking chance in this game. Broncos came out fucking swinging right on all cylinders. The game was actually, um, it was actually further than what the final score was. They were just whooping our ass for the whole fucking game. However, that game, it did show although we did get our ass kicked, it showed we ain't gonna back down ever. We didn't stop, even though we were getting our ass kicked. Our defense finally settled down right after Manning raped him. I'm sorry if anybody takes that into offense, me using the word rape, but come on, man, he straight took advantage of our defense in that game. We didn't stand a fucking chance. He picked us apart. Uh, well, should I even bring this fucking game up? This was fucking stupid. I honestly, and I still think maybe they tweaked it a little and just had to try out Flynn. And maybe I'm just being over paranoid or some shit like that. But I seriously think they had to fucking do that, man, or something. They had to see what they had because they put all their chips in that guy's table when they fucking brought him over here to Oakland. And Flynn ain't shit. He was fucking garbage, man. That fool was fucking horrible. He was just fucking horrible. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, seriously, he couldn't fucking pass for shit. Couldn't even get the ball off. It was fucking retarded, man. And at first, it looked good. He looked good at first. Like, when he first started the game. But pretty much what that game showed me was that we made the right decision in not starting Flynn at the beginning of the season. That just pretty much put the nail in the fucking coffin and shut a lot of Flynn supporters up. And everybody that supported Flynn finally realized, okay, we're just going to shut the fuck up and start going for McGloin. Yeah, I'm hating. I'm sorry. Whatever, But come on, you got to admit, a lot of you did that. A lot of you I'm not going to front. There are fucking Raider fans who were supporting McGloin since fucking training camp, and I got respect for you motherfuckers. You guys were always backing this guy. And you guys honestly seen potential in him when I didn't. I didn't see potential in him, and you guys did. So I got respect for you guys. But you motherfuckers that just didn't like Pryor and just straight up jumped on McGloin's dick right after fucking you found out Flynn was garbage. Fuck out of here, man. So that game, that's pretty much that game showed me. It was, yeah, it was a pretty bad game, man. But I'm just, I'm happy that in the result we finally discovered that Flynn wasn't what we wanted, and everybody in Raider Nation agreed on that. So there's that. Now this was my favorite game of the fucking season, the best game of the season. I mean, Like it was just the perfect game. We came out swinging. We did exactly what the old Raiders of fucking Folktale used to do, man. We came out, bam, threw the fucking bomb, and showed them we ain't fucking around. We are gonna strike you on the first play of the fucking game. And we, dude, after that, I set the tempo of the game, and we just showed what's up. It was so this game against the Chargers, man. We honestly we were looking like a fucking playoff contender in that game. We actually looked like we were legit threat in the AFC in that game. And honestly, it's kind of sad, man, because everything just digressed after that game. But what it showed me was potential, man. Our team has a lot of potential, and it just showed. A lot of people were underestimating. Then reality hit. KC, horrible. It was just horrible. I don't even want to talk about that game. Fucking 4 picks from Pryor, got sacked 10 times. Fucking our whole offense just fell apart. Our line was horrible. And that's another thing I forgot to mention. Every single game from before that, he was playing with a different offensive lineman, and every position was changing. The only thing we had that stayed constant was our center. And then what happened? We got down to our third string center. Our center broke down. Then our backup center broke down, and then our third string center actually got banged up in the game. So it was just a horrible fucking, it was just a horrible day, man. It was the worst fucking game I think we played. I mean, Steelers came to Oakland and fucking set a record, longest run of the QB, and I gotta say that like made me fucking so happy, man. I was so happy that we actually did something this year that actually showed up on fucking highlight reel. that actually put us in the record books. But at the same time, we just it was mostly our defense that showed up in that game. Our defense showed them, showed up as a top 10 defense in that game. They were putting in work. They were fucking winning that game for us. But in the end of the day, we got the W, so I was really happy with that. I don't even want to bring up this next part, man. It brings up bad memories, bro. Just bad fucking memories. Eagles just torched us, man. That game honestly put me in a mid year depression. It kind of reality hit, and we realized how vulnerable our defensive scheme was, and they exposed us on that no huddle. Manning actually was the first one to do it, and I think they pretty much took it up a notch and just fucking totally blew us out of the water. That game was just we just set like a bunch of standards in the game before that, and actually played a really solid game against the Steelers, and then this happened, and I think we never recovered from it. So yeah, Eagles beat us, and that was horrible. Then we went to the Giants, and Pryor started lying out of his ass. And honestly, I ain't even gonna front. I was even mad at him after the game. If you watch some of the videos, I was even talking shit. He's a fucking idiot. I can't believe you fucking lied. That's our fucking team that you're putting in your hands right now. If you're not fucking feeling well, you should fucking sit out. I even fucking was saying that shit, and honestly, I still stand by that. I think he was a fucking moron there. He shouldn't have fucking did what he did, and it cost us a game against the Giants. And even though he was doing that, even though he was fucking injured and he was playing on it, we still managed to lose only by 4 fucking points, and that's because our defense came to play in that game. They tried to redeem themselves from the week before that, and just couldn't pull it out at the end of the day. This next game against the Texans, when we beat them, it was like we flashed back. It was back when Al Davis died. That's exactly how it went down at the end of the game on the 5 yard line, 5 yard line, and quarterback got the ball last play of the game, and I thought it was going to get intercepted again, but we broke it up. But still, it was just it kind of it got me like, wow, that's how ironic. But McGloin showed up in this game, and I even give him props. I ate crow the next day because I was talking shit, and I even said like, "Yo, he's a fucking legitimate starter right now. He put his he put his name out there, and he's fucking showing what's up." And so far, you should stick with the hot hand. I was even saying that, and whatever happens, happens. I was even saying this is the quarterback controversy now, and so then we go up against the Titans, and then another reality struck. McGloin, I realized, in that game, I realized McGloin, he takes a little bit more risk than reward sometimes. Like, and it pays off every now and then. It pays off. I ain't gonna front, but those 3-and-outs didn't really pay off for our defense. Our defense started getting tired. It started getting exhausted, and it pretty much wore us the fuck out. In that game particular, we just couldn't match their offense, and it was kind of embarrassing because their offense isn't really that good, and they're only and maybe I'm being biased, but in my opinion, they ain't that good. We should have won that game. So yeah, the Thanksgiving Cowboy game, and honestly, I don't get how we did not win this game because we were up at the half. Not only were we up at the half, but we were fucking representing through the whole fucking first half. We were showed up, and then that's when I realized this is not a full 4-quarter team. That's what that game showed me, because in the second half, everybody was, and this is the funny part, because everybody was bitching about Pryor and blaming it on Pryor. This just proved it wasn't just Pryor, man. Our whole team just flukes in the fourth quarter, and it showed that even McGloin was your savior, guys. McGloin was fucking choking in the fourth quarter. So it wasn't just his fault, and I ain't gonna front. I mean, there was a lot of drops in the second half. There was a lot of shitty play calling in the second half. So it ain't all McGloin's fault. That was just kind of a bad fucking game. It was bad. And then we go over to New York and we lose to the Jets. We, like I said, another game we should have won. I think the Jets actually just wanted it more, though. I think they were playing for more, and they just had more heart in that game. You could actually see it. They just wanted it more. And this pretty much put the nail in the coffin when this pretty much just shut it out. Me just not wanting McGloin as a starter anymore. Not only that, whether or not he is the starter or whether or not Pryor is a starter, that's irrelevant. This pretty much just fucking made me know that McGloin, was a backup this game, because it just 3-and-out, and then fucking just horrible fucking play calling again. It was just it was a fucking horrible day, man. I hated that game too, man. Next, and then this last game, this final game of the year against the Broncos, we get our ass handed to us again, and this one was even more embarrassing because I ain't gonna front, and I even said it in my last video. Pryor played like shit. He looked like crap. Didn't look like a starter. Neither did McGloin the week before that, and that's when us, as Raider Nation, realized we're fighting over two players that are possibly backups, and that's embarrassing. This whole season pretty much is just a wake up call. I can't wait until we get our cap shit together and we actually put forth some good, legitimate fucking talent on that field and show everybody else in the NFL exactly what we're capable of. And it was fun this whole year. I want to say I love all y'all that have been showing me support on YouTube. All y'all that have been hating, keep hating, man. I don't care. Don't matter to me, bro. We all argue, we all fight, but we're all one nation. Just FYI. So that's it. That's my game. That's my season recap. I hope y'all like it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think.